What's up, guys? I'm Nick. Said that before on this channel. Channel's all about me, my cars, things that I've done. This is my Mark 6 GTI. Last video I did was just it was stage two in that video, and I was able to do some fun stuff with the tuning and show you guys just exhaust clips, basically. Anyway, I wanted to talk about car culture, how I got into cars, how things have changed. If that makes sense. Like I got into cars at a very young age. Young age being like 13, 14, 15, and until now, obviously, I still have a lowered Volkswagen. Uh, but my dream car when I was a kid was a Honda Civic, and I've had 70 of them. It's crazy how many Civics I've had and how many I've gone through. Not like gone through like wrecked or blown up. I bought, sold, trade so many Civics over the years. Um, because that's just the way it was for a while, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. Um, my brother, when I was a kid, he had a Volkswagen Corrado, coolest car, one of the coolest cars in the world. You don't see him very often. I'm pretty sure I see his old one cruising around town every now and then, but you don't see him very often. Used to go down to RMR, watch him do midnight drags, get down to Maverick Center to do track races. Um, it was a good time. But that being said, um, it's kind of always just stuck with me. Like I don't care to have the fastest car out there. I don't care to have or what other people think of my car. I built this thing for me, but or I put it together for me. Car culture has changed drastically since I got into cars. My first car was a '95 Dodge Neon, and at the time, Fast and the Furious, Need for Speed, those things were top of the line. Like they were booming. So everybody had body kits, exhausts, the whole nine. My little '95 Neon had full body kit, full exhaust, and it was an automatic. Like it wasn't fast, but it was fun. Um, my first manual car was a '95 Mitsubishi Eclipse, which had the 420A. It wasn't a 4G 63. It wasn't anything cool, but and it's just kind of bloomed from there. Like I've had so many Hondas, so many cars. This is like my seventh Volkswagen in the last 2 years. In I want to say the end of 2023, I had a '99 Civic. It was so let's backtrack. I had bought a '97 Civic HX. Um, I rattle canned it, replaced the piston rings and bearings, and basically made the car look brand new. And then I sold that. I bought an Acura TL, and then I had this TL for a little bit. And I was cruising with it, but it's such a big car, and it's like they're fun to drive, but they're so bad on gas. I was like, I need another Civic. So I traded that for a '99 Civic EX. Um, did the whole shebang on that one. I did the suspension. I did everything. Um, so I got that car in a trade. Um, it was done up nicely, suspension, exhaust, like the whole nine. And I mean, it was still just a D16, but it was a healthy car and it looked good. Like, they didn't have any major damage. The only thing that sucked about it was this rear spoiler was silver instead of black. But other than that, it had the clean black paint. Sold that, and then that's when I got into Volkswagen. And I just started going from there. Started with Mark IV, Went through about three Mark IVs before finally getting into the Mark Six. um, and now it's like European cars are fun. That's what they are. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass sometimes, but they're super fun. Um, I remember before I even bought a manual car, um, I had to learn. I didn't know how to drive manual, so the way I taught myself how to drive a manual, I stole my brother's Corrado. He was out of town for some reason, and he left his keys to his Corrado. We were both living with my mom, and um, I found the keys, and I was like, "All right, I'm going to teach myself how to drive this car." It was a Volkswagen. I had no idea how to put it in reverse. um, this one trips me up every now and then because I've got so used to driving a Honda all the time. Reverse is this way, not this way. But yeah, so I had no idea how to put it in reverse, and it was parked 45 in our cul-de-sac next to the curb. So I was like, all right, I don't know how to put this thing in reverse. So I threw that in neutral, dropped the e-brake, and pulled it away from the curb so I could actually drive it. Stalled it probably 17 times, just going around the block a couple times in our neighborhood. But that's how I learned how to drive manual. Um, so that was fun. The way car culture has changed in the last 5 years is insane. Like we used to go out, meet people, and have fun, looking at all everybody's cars and this, that, and the other. But now you have more than a group of 10 people in a parking lot. The cops show up and they're like, "You guys are like causing issues." Um, so we don't do that anymore. Like car culture is just everybody's driving, and it's just driving up and down, up and down, up and down. Nobody stops, nobody talks to each other. Um, there might be some groups of kids out there who are like FaceTiming or something while they're driving, but other than that, like it's gotten really weird. They have these designated places. I haven't been to one in a long time, but these places where you can go and race late at night. But every time in the past couple of years, like they start getting something good going, you're going out there to the races, and someone brings a gun. This last time reported, this last time someone got shot, passed away. So I mean that's another thing. Like I drive my car. I don't drive it at night, and I don't go out anymore. It's become crazy. Uh, yeah, I've had so many cars. I miss those days. It was fun. I became a technician. I was able to work on cars professionally. I want to say I have 7 years of professional car experience. Um, my last job as a salesperson in cars, can't do it. Someone who's worked on cars, someone who's been in, who's well enough versed with cars to like tell you if something's really really wrong. Selling cars is hard, especially because as a salesperson, like you can't tell people if you know there's something wrong with the car because then they're not going to buy it, and then you just lose your commission. Obviously, if they ask questions, then be honest. But if they don't ask questions, just keep your mouth shut, right? I have a big problem with that. I can't mentally do that. Um, so that's not a job for me. Either I'll find a way to wrench again, or I'll go back into the Food Network. I guess that's it's so hard to sell cars when you know what's wrong with them all the time. Just kind of got sappy. Anyway, car culture. I mean, leave some comments. Tell me what got you into cars. What started it? Was it Fast and the Furious? Was it your brother? Was it Need for Speed? Tell me it down in the comments. If you're liking this stuff, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. We'll catch you guys next time.